𝓤𝓵𝓻𝓪𝓷𝓼 𝓬𝓛𝓷𝓼. Thank you guys so much for joining me here for your reading. We have a really beautiful message today, and it's all about you reaching a huge checkpoint in your life where you're seeing an old paradigm behind you. I'm hearing literally collapse, like it's dissolving, and there's a new path that's beginning to unfold. And this is true also to your internal roads. And I'm hearing all roads have led back like home, all roads have led back to you. And that's what I'm seeing. It's like in the end, you find yourself attuned to these internal cosmic networks at the end of it all. That's what I'm seeing. It's like everything externally has been forcing you to turn within. And it's changing the way in which you see the external, because I'm seeing you look at the external with new eyes now. Anyway, the message that was coming through for you was a huge checkpoint, and also 777 was also coming through, which basically talks about internal alignment. And let me see also a major point of divergence, and I was seeing 244 as well. 224 was like the taxi cab as well that I had, which basically talks about you being, I'm hearing, it feels like you're kind of if this is what it feels like. It feels like you're being picked up but dropped off, but you've been picked up and dropped off at this point before. I don't know if it's in this incarnation or maybe it's the first time in this lifetime, but there's something about you've gone through so many rebirths to the point where, you know, there's just no going back to the way that things once used to be. And this book could be because like you can't unsee what it is that you've seen, and once your consciousness has expanded to new dimensions, it can no longer return back to its old form. And that's what I'm seeing for you. It's like there's no way that you're like going back to the way that you used to function. I'm seeing like literally something being obliterated, like blown to smithereens when it comes to certain belief systems and how you functioned under those belief systems. And also I'm hearing what timelines were available to you and in resonance with you operating under those belief systems. And you're realizing that life is not about finding those limits or operating within those limits. I'm hearing that others impose onto you that are just reinforcing where you've imposed those limits onto yourself, right? It's just a mirror, as within, so without. But instead, it's about actually finding your limitless nature. And this is the change in the wind that's happening for you right now, right? And I want to see what's going on with you. So yeah, 244, let's go ahead and continue with that. So this basically talks about basically angelic support that you receive when it comes to a significant change or transition in your waking life. And it shows the importance of trusting your inner navigation system and internal guidance as well when it comes to understanding. I'm hearing why it feels like you can't bring something from an old paradigm with you, and that I feel like it is the belief systems. That's what I'm seeing. You know what they're showing me? I'll try and like allow you to like visually kind of like imagine this, right? So they're showing me someone kind of venture off into a new realm, into a new world. And it's like, again, they're at this checkpoint between two different lands, and like you're about to strike gold, right? Because I'm in Aswan right now, which is like the land of the gold. That's what they call it. And this happened when I was crossing from Luxor to Aswan. And the way that they're showing it to me right now is you've just discovered something, like you've just struck gold within yourself, and you can literally not bring, it's like you try to bring something with you. You know what they're showing me? The Aladdin scene. You know Aladdin when he goes into the Cave of Wonders and the monkey like basically like takes something from the cave that's not supposed to go outside of the cave. This is what it feels like for you. It feels like even and you try to take it outside the cave, but everything begins to collapse around you. That's what I'm seeing it as. Like these new timelines are existing for you in energetic potential that are just waiting for you to step into them, are wanting you and you alone. That's what it seems like. Not you and these belief systems that are not you, right? It's like they want you to awaken, which is not to change who you've always been, but to discard the things in which you are not, the things in which you've accumulated, the things in which you feel like you have to bring forward with you. And I'm hearing like those aren't going to be the things that help you forge this new path. What I'm seeing is somebody release like this small spade, and they're like, but I need this spade to dig this cave, or I need this spade to dig this hole, and you don't realize that there's a whole cave already readily available for you. It's like you don't need, it reminds me of the reading that we did. If you guys have been here for a while, I said you don't need to bring ice to Antarctica. That's what Spirit's showing me right now. It's like you don't need to bring sand to the beach. You know, it's like, you don't need to bring water to the Nile. It's like, you don't need to bring grass to the park. You don't need to bring a bench with you. It's like, it's all already here. This is so funny. It's like, if you're going to pick an orange or a mango off of a tree, you don't need to bring the mango or the orange with you. Like, the tree already holds it. That's why I'm seeing it as like your life on Earth. It's like, Guy has already supplied you with literally everything. You just need to bring like nothing so that you can have room to accept these new experiences that are coming your way, or even like the highest faculties of yourself as well. But that's what I'm seeing it as for you guys, and I'm getting like huge chills for this as well. So it's just like huge confirmation. But it's like, you don't need, why would you bring sand to the beach? Why would you bring, if anything, Spirit wants you to bring, I'm hearing like an empty vessel. It's like, I see you as this empty vessel, and Spirit's just wanting to infuse and fill you with just new beautiful experiences. And it's like, bring an empty jar so that you can fill it up with the water, right? And this is what they're showing me as well. It's like, you come with this empty jar and you're filling the water, and you bring it to the old paradigm, and you're trying to show others what it is that you've collected. But the jar is made up of something from higher bandwidths of frequency light. Not everyone is attuned to actually be able to see the jar that you see. Not everyone is actually able to be attuned to understand the sand in which you've collected, that is oscillating at a higher vibrational state. Not everyone can attune into those higher bandwidths of frequency light. Not everyone can see from the old paradigm what it is that you've discovered within the new. And that's what it looks like for you. It's like, not everyone can see you or what it is that you've discovered. Not everyone can understand. Some have only understood that localized version of themselves, this version of themselves that exists within this paradigm, and not this one. And there's almost like a release that you're having to embrace. That's like a huge energy that's coming through for you. So I'm gonna see what's surrounding you right now. We already have like our Egyptian deck here. We have the Ace of Cups here. That's flipped. Wow, the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Coins. Who are you, right? Who are you? This is literally an independent, self-sufficient individual, a sovereign creator. They're no longer just a passive observer of their reality, but they're stepping into being a full-blown sovereign creator. And the Ace of Cups here as well is like, you're showing up for yourself in ways that no one else is going to. And the Ace of Wands is also, I'm hearing, you are your own passion project right now. You can have certain passion projects, especially ones that are emotionally fulfilling for you. This is so funny because this morning I was doing a reading on the balcony, and literally a stalk flew up, and I was like, this is a conception of a new idea, enterprise, even like the birth of a new you. But there's something new. It talks about some kind of new beginning there with the stalk. And you also have the Ace of Wands, which talks about a passionate new beginning that has so much potential for growth, and you have potential to grow as well. I'm seeing you actually grow. Two new aces, two new beginnings, right? And this is what I'm seeing, like, so much is readily available for you to access right now, but it requires new energy, and that means that you have to kind of make room for this new as well, even like within yourself. There's something around that. All right, let's see. What you're tuning into. Let's take a look at the Nine of Gold and what it is that you're kind of discovering within this. I'm hearing Cosmic Network or the Nine of Wands. What you've discovered is that you're realizing your strength now, and I'm hearing like a testing to that strength, which is super interesting. But there's something around a testimony around your strength as well. When you've had no other option, it's like you were left with no other option. This is also a Moon and Sagittarius energy too, so you could feel like your emotions are kind of guiding, not necessarily your emotions, I don't want to say that, but it's more about your mind, or you're being guided in ways that go beyond the mind, or are more in tune with the feminine aspect of yourself. But there's also like fiery energy that's heating up when it comes to actually taking action and wanting to liberate yourself and break free, because that's what a Moon and Sagittarius loves to do. They love to just break free. I'm hearing break free from even societal norms or expectations of some kind. And the Nine of Wands is someone that's so close to this finish line, they're just one step away, and they're actually having to take a moment to admire how many steps that they've had to take in order to get to this point. That's what I'm seeing it as. And I'm seeing somebody like run 100 miles and they only have about 10 steps left, but it's on those 10 steps that things can feel, I'm hearing like excruciatingly painful. Can't speak right now, but it can feel the most painful because I'm hearing like once you cross that finish line, you really can't go back. And you're having to focus on what's not calling you from an old paradigm, but instead what's calling you from the new. And not what it is that you've been running from, but actually what it is that you're running towards. And I'm hearing kind of making peace with what it is that you've been running from. And this could even be aspects of yourself, to be honest with you. And some of you, this is like running from your full potential. You know, it's like, have you been intimidated by your full potential and what that actually looks like? And I'm hearing what is required from you to actually step into that way of being. Wow. There was also another energy there. Let's see if I can remember. I don't know. We'll see. Where you're running from. Oh, yeah. And there's something about you kind of walking yourself. This is what I'm seeing, right? It's like you're kind of walking yourself to the end of like a long journey that you've been on. Like you're walking yourself to that checkpoint, to that crossing point. And there's like an old version of yourself that's like a temporary companion. And it's like you're integrating and healing that version of self. And it's morphing and shifting and changing into a new version of self. That's what I'm seeing. It's not like you're leaving an old part of you behind, but you're loving yourself into some kind of change. And maybe there's been a version of self that has like shamed itself into some kind of change, but you're seeing how beautiful you actually are and how beautiful your life is when it's shaped by love. And I'm hearing like that love also is higher bandwidths of frequency light. So it's lighter colors that you're able to add into the canvas that creates the picture of your life, right? The story of your life. And I'm seeing like your color palette completely expand as well, like the new things that you're able to paint with these colors, the fruits that you're able to harvest because of these new seeds that you now have access to when it comes to these new beginnings, right? The aces are like seeds that you're planting. I'm seeing this like new seeds that you get to plant. Like mango. I'm sitting under a mango tree right now. Like, it's like you're growing and nourishing some aspect of yourself, and it's like you've come so far. But it doesn't feel like it's harvestation season right now when it comes to the biggest, like most expansive version of yourself. But you're harvesting something, you're harvesting other trees, other things that you've planted. That's definitely also another energy that's coming through, because the oranges had harvested, there were so many that had all come out, but the mangoes are not yet ready. So there's something new that needs more time to cultivate. And time is like the distance between two events as well, that you're seeing in a linear fashion, but you've gained foresight into your destiny before it unfolds in regards to something that has already came to be. Like it's inevitable that the mangoes will ripen to the point where they're ready for harvestation. And that's what it feels like. There's different areas or aspects within yourself or something that you're growing in the external that still needs more reinforcement, that still needs more kind of magic infused into it. And this is about infusing yourself with that magic. That's definitely what it feels like as well for you. Wow. Okay, let's get one more. So like, tell me about what you're in alignment with. Oh wow, the Chariot, wow. And you have the Ten of Pentacles, are you kidding me? Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles is literally a legacy. The Ten of Pentacles is like a tree that somebody's been planting. A seed that they had planted that's grown into a tree that they're now getting to sit under the shade of. And that's what it feels like. It's like you're sitting under the shade of a tree that you had planted a long time ago. And you're kind of like bearing witness to the fruits that are literally ripening and are so close to harvestation season. And it feels like you're growing this beautiful garden that is your mind. And it's getting to the point where you're about to bear so many fruits of your labor that are so going to be worth the squeeze. Even if it was a decision with 7 of Coins, right, that I'm seeing, that was not instantly gratifying at all. But it's a decision that you made for this version of self that you're aligned with internally. That's leading you to these external alignments when it comes to that harvestation in the physical realm. This could be about opportunities, circumstances, right? People that are being aligned and are in resonance with this vibrational input. And I'm seeing that. And that's like a 4 of Cups energy, actually. Like, it's somebody sitting under the shade of a tree and they're really focusing on the trajectory of their life and what they want to do with the abundant harvest that is inevitable for them. But they're really evaluating not just how valuable the harvest will be for them, but also for others. So there's something around doing something of service to yourself, which is continuing to nourish and grow, is actually going to be of service to those around you, because you're about to have a whole garden that's so beautiful because you've been continuously filling your cup with the Ace of Cups, where there's more than enough fruit to go around. And that's what it feels like. There's more than enough fruit to go around. And you have the Chariot. I gotta cover these dark and light horses, but this shows really getting into alignment in the physical and aligning your actions accordingly in the physical with those non-physical intentions that you had, which was to remind others that they also have that seed innately into them. And it was always within them, and it is them. They were seeded onto this planet, and they are that seed. They are that seed. And it's like, you're a seed. And I'm seeing like this is so funny. I'm seeing like a multi-cellular seed. A seed that has been kind of innately encoded with many different starseed elements. And that's what I'm seeing you as, right? Like, you're an organism. Right, you're an organism. That's what your vessel is. And you are made up of 30 trillion cells. And each one of those cells are a seed. And I'm seeing you kind of bring something and nourish and care and tend to these different aspects of self, where it's like you're actually able to grow and develop these other starseed abilities and gifts, and I'm hearing actually grow into them. That's what it feels like. It's like you're growing into yourself. You know what I'm seeing? It's showing me, it's like these new kind of, I don't want to say identities because it's not something that you're attaching to, it's literally just innately within you. It's like, how can you identify or attach to a piece of clothing when innately you are made up of the same thing? It's like you are the t-shirt and you are the wearer of it, you know, innately. But the t-shirt I'm hearing is kind of bound to this realm, whereas the wearer is enjoying the act of wearing the t-shirt while here, but also knowing that it does not really belong to it, you know. That's what I'm seeing you as. It's like you're kind of wearing this experience or this version of self on earth, but it's not your all. Oh, there was another message that was coming through there. Oh, what was it? I was getting really excited for it as well. I can't remember now. But yeah, there's something about the way that you're wearing this experience. Yeah, you're changing this style. And I was talking about different like starseed gifts or abilities that you've been developing or nurturing. Oh yeah. You know when like you're in school, right? If anyone has siblings, and I don't know if the Americans like, but if you had uniform, or even if like there was, you know, clothes that were passed down to you, and it's like, oh, I'll grow into that, you know, even if something is a couple sizes too big, and you're like, you know, I'll grow into that one day. That's what I'm seeing it as. It's like you're telling that to, I'm seeing it as like your true self is telling that to the human of, oh, you don't know it yet, but you're about to grow into that, you know. I'm like seeing someone like look at a vision of them on like the red carpet, right? And they're like, oh, they don't know it yet, but like you're gonna go into that scene that you're living in vibrationally. That's what I'm seeing for you. It's like, yeah, you don't know it yet, but that has already came to be. You have already grown into it from a higher dimensional awareness. But you're about to witness the becoming or unfoldment of that growth. And that's what chariot energy is. It's somebody that is moving full force and is kind of looking at their story on earth in this life, and they can have a deeper appreciation for each wave or each current that is allowing them to seamlessly streamline into this chosen destination for themselves. But it means that they have to align their actions accordingly with their heart's desires. And that's what I'm seeing it as. It's like once you're in that frame or you're wearing that t-shirt, you realize that it was about actually the growth to that point. Because I'm seeing somebody kind of like have a kind of like a deja vu moment in that moment, and they're like, oh, I remember when I said I was going to grow into this, right? I remember when I said I was going to be in that place, and then I'm there. And that's about joy being within the journey itself, and that's the energy around you enjoying the scenery amongst these divine alignments that are happening for you. Wow, this is such a beautiful message. Okay, let's get one more. Let's get one more. The chariot. And with the dark horse and light horse as well, this is like a metaphor for the soul's journey. So it can even be how you're showing up for yourself, even in the presence of fear, right? Of those multicellular aspects of self, right? That are composed of the cells of the draconian or reptilian distinct life forms or archetypal manifestations of yourself, right? That's what I'm seeing it as. It's like even those dimensions could come to the surface. You could see your life on earth through that filter of perception. You can also shift that filter of perception. I'm seeing it as like sunglasses, and you press this button and it completely shifts your framework in which you view reality through, where then you see it through the highest possible octave of yourself, where you see yourself as source experiencing itself not just through you in this experience but also as you, and reminding yourself that okay, you are I'm hearing a natural creator, and you're literally playing in your own creation. Right, is there anything else? Let's take a look at what's your advice right now. Your advice is the Hierophant, which is literally looking at life through higher frameworks of existence. And you have Osiris here, which is about a death and rebirth card, right? And that will change the way in which you view this reality. And also, I'm hearing having a deeper appreciation just for yourself and how far it is that you've come. Like, there's something about giving yourself a pat on the back there. And yeah, the Hierophant is also ascending to higher frameworks of thinking. It also is a ninth house energy where I'm hearing there's like a philosophical insight that you're having. And it's like the centaur, so there's like this magical quality where there's an otherworldly quality that you have within you that you can attune into, and it can open up your vision to a broader universal truth instead of this myopic lens of what's possible. When you look at life through those filters of beliefs, of limits, you experience limits just to come back to your limitless nature. You won't know that you're a limitless being without experiencing those limitations, or there being the illusion of limits in the first place. But yeah, that's like a huge energy for you as well. I'm just gonna wait for this boat to pass. Yeah, so there's something about that contrast that's super important, especially when you talk about this green-skinned being with Osiris, right, it usually is actually depicting like the snake or the dragon, right? The draconian or lower aspects of self or octaves that begin to rise into higher frameworks of existence. You know, that's what I'm seeing for you, where it's like you can rise above the illusion of limits. You can rise above the illusion of fear. And there's something about you coming back to not just being a natural creator, but being able to play within your own creation. What are you creating? Are you existing in survival? Are you existing in your fullest, highest expansion? I'm hearing, are you existing or living? Again, those who look outside dream, those who look inside awaken. Are you dreaming in this experience and just moving in a state of hypnosis? Or are you awake within the dream? Oh, we have a spider on the camera. Hello. It's a white one as well. I think that's a jumping spider. It might go over the lens for you guys. And there is... It's a white spider as well. Let's look at what that means real quick with a white spider. Just don't jump on me, okay? I appreciate it. Yeah, angels are listening with 422 as well. Sorry, 244. Yeah, it talks about your efforts are rewarded and will come to you more easily as well. New opportunities and growth as well is beginning to emerge as you trust in your journey. You know, when I was a child, they used to say white spiders meant money is coming, so there could be something about abundance is coming our way too. Oh, look at this. White spiders show positive connotations. He's just chilling, like, he's just chilling on you guys. It can signify upcoming good fortune or spiritual growth. So yeah, literally good fortune coming away. The dream could be encouraging you to trust your instincts or suggesting that you're on a period of personal transformation, which is literally just spot on with the message, right? So thank you for making an appearance, friend. Hi, sir. Yeah, that's beautiful. And again, it shows the feminine power as well. The feminine power, and it talks about overcoming fears. Wow. Creativity, growth, and balance. It shows that you're on the right path as you accept this change. Not just this change that's happening externally around you, but also the change that's happened within. Okay guys, I'm gonna love and leave you right there. I hope that you enjoyed today's message. It was such a pleasure. So unexpected, but also exactly what was needed. I will talk to you very soon. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing. Love to have you around. Personal reading details are also down below. I'm going to show you this beautiful view. And I'll love and leave you right there. Okay, until next time. Bye. Actually, I actually forgot this card. It says 𝓤𝓸𝓻 repairing the body, mind, and spirit, which basically talks about you being at your 11th hour. And again, how can you do this before you get to your 12th hour, right? This talks about eliminating just even certain belief systems. You know, I'm seeing maybe the human at some point, maybe like looking at life through the eyes of, you know, being hurt or through the eyes of pain is very different than looking at the through life through the eyes of being healed, right? And being able to integrate with everything that has shaped you to who it is that you are now. And I'm hearing, in order to really love who you are now truly, with the heart chakra, right? Stargate heart chakra opening up, you must love every single experience that has shaped you here. And I'm hearing that is the gateway into compassion, not just for others, but also compassion for yourself. And realizing how you get to witness all the ways in which you have grown, and you get to become more open to all the ways in which you will continue to grow. And I'm hearing even more conscious in regards to your growth moving forward, because you can step into that level of truth, okay? And you can be honest with yourself, and you can begin to love every single version of yourself, okay? I'm hearing conscious or unconscious decisions that you made before you're remembering, right? It's like a huge one that's coming up for you as well. So yeah, unlocking that heart chakra, opening up that heart chakra, and that love will dissolve, you know, the heart's resentment, grudges, envy, anything that is not in alignment with your highest possible octave or expression, right? It allows you to tune into the higher densities, if you will, of yourself, the higher dimensions, instead of the lower ones. So that's what I'm seeing for you. Speak to you guys very, very soon. Until next time. Bye.